Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. I hope that you enjoy it and it entertains some of you, and if not, I hope it helps some of you out at least. If it does, then by all means let us know by hitting a like and a subscribe below, and hit that notification bell just to keep up to date with all of our latest content that's coming out. Thanks guys, and I hope you enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to the inside of my Shogun Sport. Recently I've noticed that, well, ever since I've had it, the starter motor sounded pretty laboured anyway, which is a couple of years. I just thought it was a little bit, what do they call it, worn. But yeah, recently I've noticed a bit of a problem with the starter motor as well. So yeah, I'm just going to have a look, do some volt drop testing whilst I'm outside, and just check to see whether I've got a bad earth, a bad live, or possibly whether it's just that I've got a worn out starter motor and alternator. But I thought it's a good way to check it before I go just chucking parts at it. See what I mean? The charging is just above 12 there. That's just with the lights on. If I chuck a few more loads on it, it's down nice and static. Right, now the reason I've got the engine running is because we need to make sure this thing is loaded. Otherwise, volt drop test isn't really going to make much difference. Start with check to see what the charge rate is across my battery. Oh, it's at about 13, it's not too bad. So, check. Terminals are good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is check. It's basically you're doing negative to negative or positive to positive. So I'm going to do the negative to negative to start with, which is checking the engine earth, and you want as close to 0 volts as you can get. That's not 0.005 or 6 volts, which is brilliant. Anything up to half a volt is what you want to see. So that's really good. I'm going to check the body one whilst I'm here as well. Let's see a body out there. 0.30. It's a bit higher, but it's still not bad. So that's good. Well, it's a bit of a worry. The good news is, whilst the alternator is a bit weak, yeah, the alternator is weak, 12.8, that's with everything turned on, but nothing good, that's going to get worse and worse as time goes on. So with everything turned off, it's a 14 volts, but that alternator is getting weak. So I just got a one starter motor and a one alternator by the looks of things. Move this battery first. Just because we're going to be playing with live cables, don't want it to arc out on anything. So we're going to move them. Just a safety thing if I forget anything else. I always remove both just in case one of them ever makes earth again or whatever. You can just remove the earth if you want to, but if it ever... There we go. That's loose. Tighten that up. The next thing I'm going to do is remove these. It's give me better access to that alternator down there. So a couple of 10 mils. The airbox. Because give me more room. Check the air filter whilst I'm here as well. Putting on the back of the alternator and the wire connector. So these are removable now, so I can see the alternator a lot better. Untension this belt. That doesn't need to be stupid loose, just loose enough I can get it off of the alternator. Pulley. There we are. Tuck that one out the way. Because we're not changing the belt, because the belt's in good condition, we don't need to take that off. Check the tension awesome there. Tension is fine. Now, I believe we've got 14. Let's see what we've got on this side. That appears to be it. 2 14s and I should come flying out of there now. Now I'm just going to struggle to get this one out there. Which hopefully won't be too much of a struggle if I move all this like that way. There we are. I don't know if I caught that last bit, but I struggled to get the alternator out. There it is. I just had to wiggle it out and bring it out through this gap here. So, yeah, I hope I caught that on camera, but I don't know if I did. So. Right, so me and Dick off on our way. Sorry about the rubbish camera angle, but it's yeah, needs must. We're on our way to do like a double parts run, really, aren't we? We're in the E46, we're going to go down and get the alternator for the truck first, and then we're going to nip over to, and that's from GSF, and then we're going to nip across to a place called Clinic Bearings, and hopefully they'll have bearings that will fit the trailer hubs. So, and it's, yeah, so we're going to head down there and give it our best. Hello, so welcome back to the inside of the Shogun Sport and to the next day. As you can probably see, the windscreen is covered in water because yesterday after I went and got the parts for this thing, the heavens opened up like it was monsoon season. So again, I waited to see if I could possibly get a break in the weather, and I didn't. But this morning it seems like my luck has changed, so I'm going to try and get this on as quick as I can and get this thing mobile again, because yeah, my mother's coming up today, Mama Wolf, so I need to get this all sorted so I'm not messing around with cars while she's coming up to visit. Right, one thing I wanted to show you quickly was the new unit. There it is. As I say, I took the old one down, measured them up, matched them up. They were identical, which is good. To be honest, this thing was so damn expensive I even took it in the house last night to make sure it wouldn't go missing out the back of my car or anything. Yeah, but the thing I wanted to show you is, this is the top. You've got the nut here. You've got this dowel, which actually, as you put the bigger bolt through this, and as you clamp it up, it pulls this dowel into place up against the engine block, so it holds it on there nice and tight. And then you've got the threaded bun, which is at the bottom, and then on the back you've got the 2-pin connector goes in there with the exciter wires, and then you've got the main charging live which goes here. So yeah, I was gonna say it's quite self-explanatory really, the way it all goes together, and it's yeah, let's get it back on now. And this is made by Auto Electrical, so I'm going to put this in there and get her done. So just looking at the new unit, and this was the nut and the bolt and the washer that comes on it. But to be honest, I found, because you can see the ends are quite round on it, and there's a bit there, I found it's quite hard to actually get it on. So I kept the old nut and washer, which is a flanged nut for the old original one. I'm going to use this one to put it back on, just because that's a lot more of a positive nut to get on there, so I'd rather use this one. But that'll be after I get this one back in. just push this one back in. That's like that. 10 mils to go in there, perfect. Oh, I forgot, I need to, before I put this one back in, I will show you, because I've got a bracket I need to bolt back onto there. Volts to the battery, and that's under full load as well. That's fantastic. Nearly 14.5, perfect. Perfect. So much better. There's no fluctuation there too much. And that's with the heaters and everything on. You can see that's running at 14 volts, and it's actually building up the longest running as well. Fantastic. So there we are. I hope this has helped a few of you guys out with the alternator on this one. I'm well happy, back on the road, back up and running. Sorry about all the fits and starts in the video due to the weather, but now it's done, so I'm well happy. So yeah, I was gonna say it's not a hard job, but it's just a little bit, not even that time consuming really. It's just a bit of the know-how and things like that, just a little bit of a guide really, this one. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, then leave us a like and subscribe below this video just to let us know. And thanks guys, I shall see you in the next one.